boy, oh boy, do we have a good one for you today. It's an unboxing video. It is a first impressions video of a specialty tool in here. Some of you may have seen it on the Instagram. And that goes over to my Facebook page, Anthony Rubio Fishing. My Instagram is Anthonyrubeooutdoors. Check them out. Well, for you guys, I got a special one here. This is the new Stake Driver 4000. Multi-purpose stake driver. It is from Omaha Knife and Tool. Pretty sure it's Omaha Knife and Tool. It is Omaha Knife Company. You can look up online. They got all kinds of things. They got premium knives. They got all kinds of fun stuff. And they got stuff that I ordered here. They got axes. Or as I call it, the Stake Driver 4000. I can drive stakes with this, right? Drive stakes here. You can cut wood with it. And I may or may not have already opened the pack and sharpened it up a bit with the old Work Sharp. And ain't nothing wrong with this. I thought, you know, I could get myself a one of those trapping hammers, or I can get myself one of those, carry another machete this year. But then I thought, what if I get both a hammer and a axe? It's a boy's axe. This particular one is the Council Tools boy's axe. It is only 2.25 pounds. It's a lighter. It's a smaller axe. It's a packable axe. And it works perfectly for what I'm going to do. Touched it up. You can get it without, we can get it with the sheath or without sheath. They have 10, this is the 11th one in stock. They have 10 now in stock at Omaha Knives. And you can find Omaha Knives on YouTube. Omaha Knives, they sell them with without a sheath, with just a guard like this, with the sheath, and with a full cover sheath. I went the cheap route. It was about 45 bucks without, not include shipping, and I got the axe. It's a cheap axe. Could beat it up if this mushrooms out from pounding steaks in, so be it. It's not, I'm not at a big loss. It's a great axe. You see it says Council Tools right there for the C. Then on this side it says, let's see here. It says USA right there, USA. Some of you see it, some of you won't. What else does it say there? It just has a logo of some kind. Council Tools maybe logo. It looks like an 8 or a B or some kind. Oh, it's, I remember now. It's the years. This one was built in 2020. So it's built in 20. The USA and the year. So USA, built in USA, and built in 2020. Council Tools on the other side. The grain structure is not all that bad. I know people gripe about the grain structure a lot. This grain is pretty darn straight. In fact, if the grain is at a slight angle, a slight bit off, it is actually stronger than if it was vertical, because it's at a 45-degree angle and it has more strength. So this grain structure right there is quite good. As you can see, it's pretty darn straight. Pretty darn straight. The blade lines up quite nice. Right there, quite nice. See right there, lines up quite nice. The edge, I didn't draw the edge back any, but I did sharpen it real sharp. The edge, you can see there, is sharpened and polished. I didn't polish it. It comes that way. Like I said, I didn't bring the bevel back at all. On both sides, I didn't bring the bevel back. It has a nice geometry there, as you can see. It's the neighbor's dogs going nuts over a dog walking by like they always do. Crazy neighbor dogs, but it is what it is. As you see, there's the, oh, I forget what it's called. Mine's going blank. But they put the thing in there. Some come in diagonally. With a diagonal, this one comes with a round. Oh, why am I blanking? I'm blanking, sorry. But if you know axes, you know what it is. I can't remember. The wedge is nice. I could hit this up with a bit of like oil to really get shine, but I'm not too worried about it. It's going to be a user. The only thing I will say is the wedge is not 100% straight down the middle. You know, it's kind of off-centered. So it doesn't matter much. It doesn't matter. I think it's still wedged in there fine. You see where they put the thing in there, it's split a little there, or split a little there. Let's see. Little split on both sides. Yeah, my nails are dirty. I need to clean them. I've been working outside all day. don't mind that. It looks as if they, when they hammered it, they just kind of shaved it off and then, I don't know. It's hard to explain. But it looks like, see the heat there? It's either they shaved it off, like with pressure, or they ground it off and then heat treated it. It looks like a heat treat line right there. The bit, the actual bit, is quite nice. It'll throw you off a little bit there because the wedge is off. The bit is actually everything is straight. The wedge is off, so it looks crooked, but it's really not that crooked. For 45 bucks, what do you expect, you know? This is a 24-inch handle. It actually starts out at 24 before they cut it down, so this is about that much longer right there. They cut it down, so it's probably about 23 3/4 or 23.5 inches long. It's a great little axe, sharp. I suggest kind of play with it a little bit, fool around a bit, get used to it. The more you play with it, the more you fumble with it, make sure the edge protector's on, the more you fumble, play, or whatever you want to call it, just kind of throw it around, swing it a little bit. You know, I like to do this stuff where I grab it like that, facing down, and then I slide it up. It's down full extended, then I slide up and slide my hand up. Get used to the handle, kind of play with it a little bit. The more you get used to the tool, the less likely you're going to have an accident. So always kind of play around with it. Throw it between both hands like this, you know, get used to it. Get used to the length. Something I saw is if you can go like this, put it on your armpit, go like this. It's the perfect length. I'm a small guy, I'm 5'4". So this is a 23.5-inch handle, roughly. And it's perfect. So that's one of the things you can measure is you put it in your armpit like that. And if it's just to your armpit and you grab it at the end like that, it is the perfect size axe for you. It is the perfect size axe. It goes, when I hang it down, it goes about to my ankle. So it's perfect size. It's not too long. Now, some people will argue, stating you need to have an axe that's long enough that when you swing it, it goes into the ground, right? But for me, I have enough skill and enough knowledge in outdoors that I'm going to either get on my knees to do something, with most of the trap is on my knees. If I'm going to cut something, going to either swing it a little far, or I'm not basically not going to swing short when I'm going to miss. I'm going to swing it a little long. Worst case scenario is I hit the handle, have to rehang it, but that's just part of it. First axe I've had that has a wood handle. I usually go with the fiberglass, they're stronger, and usually do the splitting maul stuff, splitting axes. I've split a lot of wood. I've split wood that's at least 24 across that with a splitting maul, 6-pound splitting maul. But here's the trick, the thing on that: the log was frozen, so one hit with that is split. So if it wasn't frozen, it would be a pain in the butt to split. So I prefer to split frozen wood when I can. What it does is it splits easier, and from the shock hitting it, it splits. Splitting mauls are good for that because it doesn't dull the edge. When you have something with a real narrow edge like this, the tip comes down. It's a very fine point, fine-ish point, and when you hit with an axe, you could roll the edge or something. Well, the splitting maul has more of a instead of being a real fine point like this, it's more this is of course exaggerated, but it's like that versus like that. So it's more blunt, it's a little stronger. It splits the wood better versus going like this and get stuck in the wood. It actually splits the wood apart. So yeah, it's a great little axe. And you see the back is pretty flat, pretty even. It's perfect. I know some people talk about the back of the axe or the pole, as they call it, is a bit crooked or a bit off, or it's cockeyed. It's not right. This one is pretty darn flat, and couldn't ask for a better thing. Yeah, it's great. I love it. I know people talk about thinning the handles out. I'm 5'4", I have small hands, as you can see. They fit right around this just fine, as you can tell. Down here, they fit even better. Fit up here just fine. If I need to work with it, I can. The majority of my work's going to be from here or up here, but yeah, it's not something where you got to worry about the handle being so thick you can't grab it. It's not comfortable. This is a very, very comfortable handle. And once again, this is the Council Tools Sports Utility Boys Axe. It's 2.25 pounds and 24-inch handle, which is cut down a bit because before they hang the handle, and before they cut it off, it is measured. So it's measured just the handle before the bit's put on and sliced off and all that stuff. So it is a great axe. Definitely check it out. For a cheap trap tool, 45 bucks. Omaha Knives is like, let's see, I'll get the thing out. It's like 50 bucks, right? 55 bucks shipped total. 45 bucks. Let's see here. Check this out. Without sheath, $45.50. $9.95 shipping, which brings it out to $55.45. to my door. Sales tax would normally be 7.5. I live in Oregon, so I don't have to pay sales tax, so there's zero sales tax. Got to remember that when I'm reviewing stuff, I don't pay sales tax in Oregon. So my stuff is as the price is, so shipping and the price. Yeah, it says right here, WooCommerce shipping flat rate $9.95. It actually came USPS, which is fantastic. They are 100% on time. In fact, this was supposed to come tomorrow. It came today, day early. UPS is on time. Even the mailman said UPS and USPS are on time. He says that FedEx is a mess and absolute chaos. I have a package that's supposed to be here today or Monday. It's been sitting in Portland for today or yesterday to today. It's been sitting in Portland basically for 4 days, and it was supposed to, all I had to move is up 4 blocks over and then be delivered. Right? It took 4 days from the move the package 4 blocks over to the next facility, basically across the street. You would have to know the area, but across the street to the facility to deliver it. Took 4 days to move it across the street, basically. Tomorrow it should be out. Maybe it should be coming tomorrow. Maybe it's a Loring pack basket, but it's all right. No big deal. And I didn't buy it from Loring, so that's no problem with Loring. I actually bought it from a different place. So that's all right. I'll review that as soon as I get it. I'm quite excited to review it. As for this review, it's a Council Tools Sports Utility 2.25 pound boys axe, 24 inches without a sheath. And that, once again, that came out to $45.50 for the axe, $9.95 for the shipping, and that came out to $55.45 shipped, and that's a no sales tax. So you gotta remember, I'm paying no sales tax in Oregon. Yes, it's nice to pay no sales tax, but at the same time, there's other taxes we do have to pay. So it's kind of no better than any other state. If you think, oh, you don't have to pay sales tax, it's great. It is, it's great to an extent, but at the same time, there's other bills we have to pay. I'll give you a look at the axe one more time. The bit's right there. The wedge is kind of off-center, but if you don't worry about the edge. The bit is straight. Everything about besides the wedge is very straight, very symmetrical. The grind marks or the bevel is great on it. I just touched up the edge because it had a little overhang, but or you know, from doing a rough grind, and it has a little bit of the burr on it. So I took that off, touched it up. I didn't bring the bevel back at all. The bevel's fine where it's at. You can get a Grand Force Brook axe and get an even better one. That'll be hair shaven sharp from the factory. That's like $215 right now, depending on what you get. So, and that's right in the middle of the road of the prices there. This axe is perfect. Once again, 24-inch, cut down a little shorter because that's before it's hung, which means hung's putting the handle on. And the 24-inch Council Tools Sports Utility 2.25 pound boys axe, 24-inch. Perfect trapping tool, perfect little axe carry. You can throw it in your pack. Literally, you can cut with it, go like this, throw it in your pack, and not worry about it. And my pack is actually 24 inches deep, the one I bought from Loring. So this will fit in there, and it will leave about that much room inside the pack. So this will fit completely in the pack. So, great axe. Highly recommend it. For 45 bucks, you can't go wrong. And 55 shipped. Have a great day.